My name is Sean, and I have Anthony, Casey, and Chris here today. This webinar series will serve as an introduction and a brief checkpoint to the progress of the DigixDAO.
So I will hand over the mic to Dirk and Peter from InnoCoin.
Yeah, my name is Dirk Jan de Groot. Thank you, KC, for the pitch. It will take about 7 minutes. Peter and me, we have submitted a project proposal for the Digix DAO. We have already shared the proposal in the private proposers group. We already got some good feedback, also very critical feedback, which is also good. We aim to counter the critical feedback. However, since this is only a short pitch, I think it's best to go deeper into that in a dedicated webinar next week, so that we go deeper into that. So what are we offering? We are offering a cryptocurrency conversion service based on an affiliate model named InnoCoin that enables partners to monetize their website or weblog and to offer cryptocurrency purchases. You could compare it somewhat to Shapeshift, but with an affiliate model on third-party websites. We are not a decentralized exchange, but we also don't hold any user funds, which is important if you are a centralized exchange, as tonight has proven again. So our goal is to help people get in and out of the Ethereum ecosystem. Currently, we only offer Bitcoin to Ether conversions, but we aim to integrate more currency pairs, and we are especially interested in the Ethereum dApp ecosystem. We'd like to move in the direction of helping people to get in and out of the Ethereum ecosystem, being able to purchase dApp tokens directly with Bitcoin and with Ether. How do we do that? Our core advantage is this themable affiliate widget that can be embedded in websites or apps. So basically it works like this. Our partner can use our site or our WordPress plugin to generate a widget. He puts the widget on his site and starts earning 50% of the margin over each sale. The margin is configurable by the partner, but can never exceed 2.5%, but by default is it set to 1% in total. The percentage is not set in stone yet, so we could let the DAO decide how high that should be, also the maximum. We are completely open for that. The widget is highly configurable and works with themes to look good on any background, which is very important part of the strategy, so that any website owner can find some theme that looks good on his website. So how does that WordPress plugin work? Well, the WordPress blog owner, he wants to earn some money with crypto coins such as DGX or Ethereum or some other token. The blog owner looks on he goes to the WordPress plugin repository. He looks under some certain keywords like DGX, Ethereum or DAO, and he sees the InnoCoin widget and installs it without leaving WordPress. Blog owner publishes relevant content to support sales through the widget. End user can become informed and vested in the same place, on the same site. And this enables the following scenario. A prominent gold blog that runs on WordPress places a post about DGX gold tokens. The reader becomes excited and he wants to invest. In the sidebar, it's possible to immediately buy DGX tokens with Bitcoin or with Ether through the InnoCoin widget. The reader concludes the sale on the same spot he reads about it. 20% of the margin is immediately transferred to the DAO. So more about the widget. The widget is responsive and scales down to smaller screens. I've made a demo available at the link that you can click on now or later. And you can just resize the screen with the widget sizing along with the window. You can see that. The widget is multilingual and can be pre-configured to show in a certain language. At the moment we support Dutch, English and Chinese. The widget can also be pre-configured to show a certain currency pair. An example implementation in Chinese is shown at the link at the bottom of the screen. So an important part of our strategy are the partners. The more partners and the higher quality of our partners who places the widget on their site, the better it is for us. The InnoCoin widget can currently be found on more than 9 partner websites. We have a couple of good ones like sep4.com and coinality.com. Sep4.com is an Ethereum news site, and coinality.com is a Bitcoin and Ethereum job board in the United States. So the partner list can be found on innocoin.com. And the WordPress plugin was downloaded about 22 times, I think. And the statistics of the WordPress plugin you can find on the link on the bottom of the screen. So we need funding. We need an X amount for 1 year work. We also had some critical feedback on that. We will also get back on that next week. So the details can be found in the project proposal, and the link to the project proposal is here on the screen. And we also pinned that in the private pledgers group, so you can find it there too. So the benefits for DigixDAO holders, first is its exposure, so potentially on every corner of the web, which is an analogy of on every corner of the street. On every corner of the web, DigixX can be found and purchased or sold. And not only that, people will also see actually the logo of DigixX, which is also good for DigixX. In addition, content will be written by third parties, the partners, to promote their sales of DigixX and other Ethereum tokens. And also revenue sharing. 20% of the margin over each sale will be transferred to the DAO contract forever. So yes. So imagine a web full of widgets selling DigixX and other tokens. Perhaps also DigixD. Every widget has a link back to InnoCoin. That's part of our marketing strategy, so to generate more exposure and attracting more partners. So this is the team. We are with two, me and Dirk Jan on the left. I have over 10 years experience. And Peter, maybe Peter, you can introduce yourself.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Hi there.
Yes.
Okay, yes, I'm Peter. Thank you, Dirk Jan. Yeah, I'm also a backend developer for 15 years now. I've done a lot of Java, but I'm happy now coding on Node and working on InnoCoin. And at the moment, we're adding more currency pair. And I'm working on an Ethereum wallet. And tonight I was confronted with some concerns to put it to make it extra secure. So thinking about how to make it multi-sig and that kind of stuff. Anyway, thank you for the pitch, and I'm not sure if there's questions now.
So how are you guys planning on doing the reward structure? Is that going to be done through an Ethereum contract, or how can the users find out how much revenue the DAO is making through this project?
Yeah, so actually this proposal, it made it clear that we really should make this really transparent. So actually I'm actively looking into how to do it with a contract. Of course that's the most easy when it's concerns exchanges between coins that are on the Ethereum blockchain. When it's a conversion between Bitcoin and an Ethereum based token, we could do it in the payout. When it's a conversion from an Ethereum-based token to Bitcoin or to some other blockchain, we could pay the partner from the incoming amount of coins. So actually, I think we will make a proposal even better in the coming days to address this point. But I think it's doable. Yeah.
I guess I can ask a question about how easy is it to implement this widget into any random application that I'm building?
It's actually very easy. Actually depends on what kind of application. I mean, if it's a web application, then it's very easy. You can just go to innocoin.com. There's a widget configurator. You can just put your Bitcoin address in there and your email address, and then you will get iframe code, which you can just embed on your website.
I have a question for in terms of using the widget. So would there be a possibility if, let's say, if I were to be transacting very micro size on, I wouldn't really say like on a spam basis, but on a high frequency basis, would there be any form of possibility where the transaction fees will actually negate that down to zero?
Well, currently it's completely configurable by the partner how high the total margin will be. Actually, well, it's a kind of a trade-off. So if it's a high margin, of course it's maybe not so good for the customers. It is good for the DAO, but a partner choosing a high margin, well, he might price himself out of the market. If we make it, for example, zero, then there won't be any profit for the DAO, not a direct one. The indirect one will be just promotion when the widget is on partner sites, but it takes away the incentive for partners. So it's something of a trade-off, and we want to leave it up to the partner, but we want to control the margins. Like it shouldn't be unfairly high, and it shouldn't be zero. So, was it your question? Or?
No, I was just wondering that would it be possible where, let's say, if I were to make a fund transfer or exchange or conversion of the currencies through the app widget, and the size is micro enough such that on the output end it will be zero. I was just wondering if that is possible. And would this be something like a spam or something?
We have a lower threshold currently. I think it's half an ether, so.
Okay.
Yeah, half an ether. That's the minimum.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
right.
Otherwise, it's.
Actually, we were discussing in the private pledger forum to maybe add one extra margin for the partner, which is 0%. It's actually quite interesting idea. So then, in that case, nobody would make money, but it's very flexible. We could then use it for promotional purposes.
It would be purely promotional then, yes.
So we have a question from Vitali. How about fiat to crypto exchange on every corner of the web? Is there any way that your service could include fiat exchanges as a widget, a possibility?
Dirk, you want to answer that one?
Yeah, we thought about that. It's possible, I think, but it requires a lot of knowledge about AML, KYC laws in every country that you offer it, actually. So well, we discussed it, and we think it's a good idea in the long run. Yeah, we didn't include it directly into the project proposal, but yeah, if it's a self-sustaining business, then of course we can invest in that.
It really brings a lot of legal problems and also legal costs it's associated with this user story of introducing fiat. And also there's another thing about the usability, because it's really it requires a verification process, which is not a thing which our users eager to do in a widget situation. So we really would like to focus on quick transactions which can be done in a widget using 2-3 clicks, and fiat requires verification in most countries. So that would be more serious user story, which is not so easy in a widget, I think.
Right, makes sense. Okay, the next.
By the way, we don't have to stay in the widget. We can lead the visitor outside of the widget.
Yeah.
So
it is actually it is a good starting point, the widget, to lure the user into a bigger site and have them complete a verification process. So actually, so a longer vision is, once we have this partner network with a lot of widgets on the web around it, the widget is hosted, so it's really possible to change the widget to accommodate more user stories or future use cases of DGX and DGD, which we don't know even yet which ones it will be, but once there are more use cases, we could change the widget to accommodate these. So we could leverage this partner platform for any future use cases, and fiat might be one of it. Yes.
Awesome. Okay, so the next question is, who has the trading performed? Who is managing the coal and hot wallets at Inocoin?
And it's a good question. Currently, we have 2 exchanges, Kraken and Poloniex on the background. the thing is to have a quick exchange and a low margin that you need liquidity. So we will always look at the exchange where there's the most liquidity, and it can be centralized, but it can also be decentralized. At the current moment, there's not much liquidity at decentralized exchanges, at least not the ones I examined. So for the moment, it's Poloniex and Kraken. We were thinking of connecting Gatecoin for DGD and DGX, but we have to see where we get the liquidity, because you want to make an exchange for a good rate. So you need liquidity for that.
Great, sounds good.
It's like really exchanging. So we're making the trade, but the customer is just exchanging. It's not like the customer should not wait. We should always quote something that we can accomplish afterwards.
All right, seems like we don't have any more questions, so I'll just give it a minute. If there's no more questions, we'll just wrap up today's webinar. All right, I guess that's it. For any one of us here who isn't part of our Slack group, please come to digix.io, www.digix.io, and request a Slack invite. That's where you could engage in discussions with everyone in the community, me as well, and all the co-founders at Digix.